Agents, this is Luis Moreno with Insurance Agent Training. ACA tip number 3. What is your strategy when you see their 2025 renewal be at this rate and now it's this rate? Increases. We know why the increases are here, but regardless of why they're here, what is the strategy to keep these people on the books? I'm going to share that with you. Before I do that, comment down below. I'm the one who checks them and responds. Like this video, give me that thumbs up. And if you're a subscriber, thank you. And if you're not, give me a little love. Subscribe to my channel. All right. So I'm going to share with you what I have here for my insured. So literally, I got this call minutes ago. And what the call was this: Luis, I just got my renewal. This is crazy. What is going on? So here is what's happening. All right. So we have their current plan 227. Now, if you scroll up here to the top left, you're going to see here the demographic information, their zip code, their county, how many people are insured, how many in the household, the income that they're using, which is the total household income. If any of this changes, and one of the conversations you need to have with your insurance is like, hey, is everything here still accurate? There's still 2 people in the household, right? And 2 people in the insurance, and your income is still this amount, and you still live here. Confirm that, because if you go through all this and they decide to do something, and now you're going to change the zip code, or you're going to change income or household size, the rate is going to completely different. All right. So we had a little conversation here. 227, the same plan increased to 586. The first question from the lady, why? Like, all right, here's why. Okay. When you got this plan in 2025, we had enhanced subsidies. We had the extra help. Well, in 2026, we don't have that extra help. In addition to not getting that extra help, carriers have increased their rates. So it's kind of like 2 slaps in the face. Less help, higher premiums. And that's why we have a higher premium. Okay. Next question I get from them, well, the government shut down. Are we going to get these subsidies back? No freaking clue. Okay. If we do get them back, well, then my guess is that they're going to get the enhanced subsidies and the rate will change. Okay. Now I'm thinking, and I'll show here what my strategy is going to be, but you may have to relog back in, open this account up, and start from scratch again. All right, so total went from 227, this premium right here, to 586. She's like, I can't do it. And I understand you can't do it. All right, so the next thing you're going to do, and I'm going to save you a little bit of time, do not waste your time putting the stuff in here, okay? So I'm just going to do it so you can see. So I'm going to choose a doctor friend of mine. Okay. I'm going to add a medication. All right. So let's say I've done all that work at this point. Okay. I go on here and it does help me out when I enter this information here on this renewal plan. Okay. It doesn't do anything else. So now if I want to go shop other plans, here's what I do. You're going to click on see plan details. Okay. This window opens up. Okay. You can get some more details on their plan. Okay. And then you're going to go over here and you're going to hit show all plans. Okay. Now here's all the information that has been populated from that renewal screen where we were at earlier. Okay. Now, this point, now I got access to everything. So my strategy number 1 is I'm going to stick with the same carrier and I'm going to choose the same metal level, and there's the 586 plan. So my strategy here would be, are there any other cheaper silver plans? The answer is no. Okay. Now, where is the doctor in the prescription? You see how we lost it? Kind of a waste of time, especially if you entered 4 or 5 docs. So I would go back in here and I would go back and enter the doc here. And I don't know why it's not working. There it is. So super weird. Couldn't tell you why. And then let's go in here and let's enter the medication. And now this will populate to all of this entire quote system here that I'm going to do now. All right. So I know that within Blue Cross, this is the cheapest. So now I'm going to uncheck Blue Cross and I am going to see what other plans are available. Well, now Oscar 189, they were paying 227. Now I can keep them here with Oscar. Now, assuming that this doctor was in the network, I'm good to go. Or that this is a real doctor. I don't know. And this medication is covered here. We're good to go with Oscar. Okay. I'm also good to go with United. Okay. I'm also, remember, they're paying 227. So with United, I'm a little higher, but I could solve the premium problem with Oscar. I just got to make sure the docs and meds are covered. All right. Now, the reason I want to stay with Silvers is because of the out of pocket, $3,050. Now, let's assume that this insured says, no, I can't afford this. Okay. At this point, you are now going to start playing with bronze plans and with gold plans. So I'm going to go first here to the bronze plan. Come in here, and now I got some $0 premium plans. Awesome. But I've also created a problem here on their out of pocket. So be aware of that. Also be aware that this deductible here on the bronze plans applies to both the medical side of the house and the prescription side. So what you would want to do is make sure you click on the plan details, go down to the prescriptions, and before the deductible met is $3. But they're going to have to pay full price of the meds if they're not generics. Then after that deductible is met, then they go to 50%. Okay? So just be aware of that. That's another catch. But the issue here was $9,800. If it's a pure math problem, the silver still makes a ton of sense. Remember, 0 for 98 or $189. Let's just round up to 200 to make it easy. 200 times 12 is 2,400 plus 3,000. That's $5,000. So a total of 5,000 premium and out of pocket versus a 0 premium and a 9,000 out of pocket. On the pure math, this makes a lot more sense. So be aware of that. Okay. All right. I can also entertain a gold plan. So let's go look at some gold stuff here. So gold, not really a big help here. Okay. Here's another tip within this tip. You see this right here, covered formally? I hate when this happens. What do you mean covered? Well, tell me how in the heck is it covered? So I would go here to drugs. Okay. It opens up this drug. I know it's a 4-tier system here in Texas. I would click the English 4-tier. Once it loads up, Control F, I would type in the medication. Okay, lisinopril is a tier 1. I would go back here, go to plan details, tier 1, there it is. How do I know it's a 4-tier plan? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so even though it says covered here, a tier 1 would be $3. If it came back that it was a tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, for example, there's a tier 3. Well, that one's going to be whatever that number is. Oh, no, here we go. There's a tier 3. So that's how you would find out. So, kind of a mess that we're having to deal with. All right, let's go back over here. Now, what if they just said, look, we want to stay with Blue Cross? Now you can click on Blue Cross, and literally what you're going to do is let's just do a side by side. Okay, we're going to choose this one for $38. I'm going to go pick a silver, which would be the one that they're going to be renewing to. And then let's go pick a gold. All right, we could do this gold. side-by-side comparison, and now it's an easy view of this. So $38, 10,000 out of pocket. 586, 3,300 out of pocket. 359, 10,000. So now let's do some math. Just premium and out of pocket. So 38 times 12 plus 10,000. That makes this total 10,456. Let's go to 586 times 12 plus 3,300. That makes this 10,332. And then let's do the go. 359 times 12 plus 10,100. It makes this one 14,408. This one pretty much, hell no. These two are a toss-up. So what's the gamble here? If they don't go to the hospital, they win with this plan. Okay? All right, so they're going to be super happy and they're rocking and rolling. If they end up in the hospital, they really don't win that much over here. It's kind of a, in this scenario, it's kind of a no-brainer to go over here. The problem is money. Okay? Remember this deductible of $7,500 versus $700. Okay, depending on their drugs, they may have to pay for the full cost of the drug. So every scenario is unique. Jeez, I know it's not easy, guys. If they happen to take a plan like this where it's $10,000, all right, you might want to sell the Allstate Plan Enhancer. Okay, this plan right here, the Plan Enhancer with Allstate, it has two parts to it. The accident part, and you can choose a benefit amount that matches that, and that would be the base accident plan, and then you can add the hospitalization sickness, which is a rider that if they're hospitalized, it would meet that plan. All right, so there's my strategy, guys. This is what I'm having to do with every single client. In my area, there's just one carrier where they had this silver plan on the renewal. It's pretty close, and it's with Oscar. So I'm having a lot of luck keeping those people with Oscar, but I am having a lot of movement from one carrier to the other because I'm trying to solve a premium problem, which is the big issue with a lot of these people. Hope that helps you out, guys. At least it gives you a strategy on how to search. Remember, I need your assistance, guys. A couple of things. If you would, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Yes, I would love that. But looky here. I've got my ACA Smart Book ready to go. Okay, it's a PDF. All right, it's got all kinds of goodies in here. Okay, now I did print this in black and white, but we can do color on this one. This is my federal poverty chart. I've got the table of contents here for you with all the information that you need, so you don't have to go and hunt for it. Guys, $99. Okay, think about it. All right, so if you want to get my ACA Smart Book, the Medicare Smart Book is not ready yet, but I do have the ACA Smart Book ready to go. And here's the biggest thing, guys. Watch out for video or ACA tip number 4. I'm going to make that right after this. I have a little time. ACA tip number 4. Guys, I'm going to share with you the biggest issue. Oh, you know what? I was in a small little window. Here is my ACA Smart Book. I try to make it super colorful for you guys. All my information. I don't have to go search anywhere for it. It's here on this printout. You can print this out, or you can also just keep it as a PDF on your desktop and access it when you need it. ACA tip number 4. Spoke with the carrier. And we have two things that CMS requires us to do, the consent and the confirmation. But there's two more things that are vital that what this CEO, this FMO told me was agents are getting canned by the carrier. Even though they've met these two requirements, they didn't do these other two. So watch out for tip number 4. All right, guys. Thanks again. Go get my ACA Smart Book. And these 4 things that I'm going to share with you next are going to be within Agent CRM, the best CRM out there for insurance agents. So stand by, guys. I'll be putting out video number 4 here pretty darn quick, probably by tomorrow. Have a good one. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.